Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going through every Nacht Der Untoten and deciding which one is the best. So right now in Zombies there are 6 Nacht Der Untotens, that being the original Nacht Der Untoten in World at War, the Black Ops 1 remake, Transit's Nacht Der Untoten, the Revelations Nacht Der Untoten, the Zombies Chronicles Nacht Der Untoten, and finally the Die Machine Nacht Der Untoten. So here we go. The original Nacht Der Untoten in World at War. In my opinion, this is still the scariest zombie map ever made. Treyarch really nailed it with the atmosphere in this one. It's hard to explain, but it just gives off that haunting vibe. From the mist to like the weird ghostly noises you hear to, of course, the main attractions themselves, the zombies. Everything just works here in my opinion. However, let's be honest, this map is very basic. There isn't a whole lot to do. Well, there isn't really anything to do, to be honest. But I think that's okay here. You have to remember that this is the first map ever made, and I personally think that it doesn't need to be overly complicated. This map brilliantly introduces you to the core mechanics of zombies. You have the point system, the wall weapons, the mystery box, and of course the main objective, to survive. I really do think this map does everything perfectly. The vibe is terrifying and it still gives me chills to this very day. And it's a great map to introduce players to how zombies works, really. The Black Ops 1 remake. Now I think it was great to see Nacht Der Untoten alongside Verrückt, Numa and Darius bundled with Moon for DLC 4, but however I do have one small problem with this map, and that's the fact that it seems to me like they just took the World at War map file and just bunged it into Black Ops 1. Like, don't get me wrong, this map has that Black Ops 1 charm with, you know, the weapons, the characters, and of course the dolphin diving. But it looks strikingly similar to the World at War version. It's not like Black Ops 3 where they rebuilt the map from the ground up. It looks completely different in that version, but in this one, it just looks very similar, and I feel like they just took it from World at War. Apart from that, this map is a blast to play. I love the fact that they brought back the World at War wall weapons while mixing it up with the Black Ops weapons for the box. One thing though is because the characters in this map talk, it kind of loses the scariness the original had. It's still creepy, but it's not as scary when the characters are popping jokes every 5 minutes. I only have a few problems with this map, but it's still great to see this map return in Black Ops 1. Also, I forgot to mention that Mule Kick is in this map. There's not really too much to say, so I'm going to move on to the next one. Transit's Nacht Der Untoten. Now let's be honest, this is by far the worst Nacht Der Untoten. Don't get me wrong, it's a pretty cool Easter egg, but there's nothing to do here. All it is the original starting room. There's no wall weapons or box locations or any perks. This place is more bare bones than the original Nacht Der Untoten in World at War. You do have the jet gun part, but that's literally it. It's a pain in the ass to get here because of the fog and the denizens, and the cornfield is just very close quarters, so doing this mid-round is a pain. Why is Nacht Der Untoten here in this random cornfield in America? I have no idea. It's a really cool Easter egg, but apart from the jet gun part, that's really all there is to this one. Revelations Nacht Der Untoten. In Revelations, the final map in the Zombies storyline, Nacht Der Untoten returns alongside other maps like Origin, Shangri-La and Verrückt, just to name a few. Nacht Der Untoten probably plays the biggest role out of all the old returning maps, acting as a central hub for the map, as well as the other islands are corrected via teleporters. Also, you have to go to Nacht Der Untoten to access the Pack-a-Punch, which is inside the giant apothecan's stomach. Yeah, this was a very weird map in retrospective, but it's also my favourite map of all time. The geometry of Nacht Der Untoten was changed in Revelations. There is now a new pathway to get up to the second floor where Mule Kick used to be in Black Ops 1, and also in the box room where the challenges now are. The map has been shortened. It's a weird change for sure, but it's not really needed in the map though. But it is weird, the map used to be like an L shape, now it's more of just a line because they cut the top bit off. Nacht Der Untoten has a few new features though. You have the previously mentioned teleporters, the challenge system, and you have new wall weapons and Juggernog too. One cool addition is the return of the original round change theme, and you can also hear those ghostly whispers from the original map, which is pretty cool too. I love this addition to Revelations. It's the most changed and different variation we've had so far, and it's really cool honestly, so let's move on to the next one. The Zombies Chronicles Nacht Der Untoten. In Zombies Chronicles in 2017, we had Nacht Der Untoten fully remastered with other maps as a part of the DLC. Unlike BO1 Remake, which was just the same map, this map was fully recreated from the ground up. Honestly, this is one of the best looking maps in Zombies in my opinion. Treyarch really knocked out of the park with Zombies Chronicles and especially Nacht Der Untoten. It feels the same, but everything looks completely different and looks amazing. In this map, you had the Wonder Fizz and the Gobblegums. Now personally, I have no problem with this. They're completely optional and they add a whole new layer to the gameplay of this map. Personally, I think it's quite fun to run around with Perkaholic like a badass on Nacht Der Untoten, but that's just me. Play the way you like, it's fine. But I don't really see a problem with the perks and Gobblegums, but maybe that's me because I just play solo instead of co-op, so I don't have a problem with it. That's really all there is. It's just a different look and it looks amazing and it's a great addition to Zombies Chronicles and Black Ops 3. Die Machine's Nacht Der Untoten. In Die Machine in Cold War Zombies, we saw the original Nacht Der Untoten in Poland return, but this time it isn't just the building, it's the whole surrounding area of Nacht Der Untoten 2. It's so fun to finally explore after 12 years of having this map around the building in an official map without no clip. The building itself has seen some change though. The first is the graffiti. The whole map has been covered in graffiti. Seems like some young punks have vandalised everyone's favourite Nazi bunker, but also we can reach the roof of Nacht Der Untoten, which we never could before, and we've really now explored every inch of this map. We also have the Wonder Fizz return in fridge form on top of the building. You can also access that little room in the starting room where the carbine used to be in World at War for the Die Shockwave. You can also mantle now, so you can finally jump off the railing in the starting room, which is quite fun. But that's really it for the main building, which is what I'm only talking about. I love that we can go in the surrounding area too, and you can also go underneath thanks to Project End Station, and personally this is one of my favourites and a loving homage to the original Nacht Der Untoten. So now we've covered them all, let's go over what's the best. This is my ranking of all of them. So coming in at number 6 is the Transit Nacht Der Untoten, and number 5 is the Black Ops 1 Nacht Der Untoten, and number 4 is Revelations Nacht Der Untoten, and number 3 is Zombies Chronicles Nacht Der Untoten, and number 2 is the Die Machine Nacht Der Untoten, and of course number 1 is the original Nacht Der Untoten from World at War. Of course the original comes out on top. They can remake this map a million more times, but nothing can beat the classic original World at War Nacht Der Untoten. It's just the best. But what do you think? What's your favourite Nacht Der Untoten? My favourite is World at War, but maybe you'll have a different opinion, who knows. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you don't know, I scripted this video, you probably might be able to tell, but it's more fun and I've put a lot more time into this than I normally do, so this is definitely the way forward on the channel. So anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.